When I was 15, my parents kicked me out so my older brother could have his own bedroom. When I asked them where I should go, Dad grinned. Figure it out, Darkie. That was 7 months ago. Today, they're both begging for forgiveness. My mom is black and my dad is white. I look really black while my older brother Kyle looks more white. This one feature has affected my entire life. Despite my mom being black, she has extreme colorism against black people, while my dad is just straight up racist. To him, my mom is the only exception. Me and Kyle are only 2 years apart, but growing up, our experiences were completely different. Every birthday of his was celebrated with a cake and huge blowouts every day for his entire birth week. Meanwhile, my birthday was just another day. But instead of soaking up the attention and hating me like our parents did, Kyle was always kind to me when they weren't looking. On my 9th birthday, he asked our parents if he could celebrate his birthday on my day. When it came, he let me choose who to invite, then distracted our parents so everyone could sing happy birthday to me. It was one of the happiest days of my life. Another time, he got all C's while I got B's, and he begged them not to hurt me for not getting A's, so they only pinched me a few times. So even though my parents saw me as a cotton picker, as they called me, I still felt lucky because Kyle was always there. Until one day, he turned his back on me. It was his 17th birthday. I woke up to the sound of my entire family throwing all of my belongings into boxes. Your brother said all he wants for his birthday is his own room. Sorry, my mom said. My eyes widened. I asked where I was supposed to go, since there were no other rooms in the house. My dad chimed in. I don't know, you have phone numbers. Figure it out, Darkie. Tears filled my eyes and I looked at Kyle, who refused to make eye contact. His entire body was tense. It took almost half an hour before I believed it wasn't a prank. I curled into a ball and howled, because the one ally I had in that house had abandoned me. They ignored me and kept packing. Eventually, I numbed my emotions, walked out, and called the only family member I trusted, my uncle on my mom's side. After Kyle's betrayal, I had no idea what he'd say. He immediately told me I could stay as long as I needed. I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't even give Kyle his gift. I just took the boxes, ordered an Uber, and left. But on the way there, Kyle called. I was filled with hate as his name popped up, but I picked up anyway. I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. I went silent. Are you alone right now? He asked. I told him yes. Kyle didn't say anything else. He just turned on FaceTime and showed me a pregnancy test with 2 pink lines. It was Tara's. I gasped. Levi, I got Tara pregnant. I don't want to tell mom and dad yet, because you know how they can be, but I don't want you to be home when they find out. I thought back to when Kyle came home with a hickey, and my parents screamed at me for an hour about what a bad influence I was, like it was all my fault, so I understood. Kyle, what can I do to help? I asked. He told me to ask our Uncle Bernard. Suddenly, I could hear my parents walking up the stairs singing happy birthday, so I hung up. My mind was spinning. Part of me was relieved that Kyle was still my best friend, but mostly I was just worried, very worried. When I got to Uncle Bernard's, my stomach twisted into a knot because he opened the door, gave me a huge smile, and hugged me tight. I'm so happy you visited. I realized my parents hadn't told him anything. We were in the middle of polite small talk when I just blurted it out. My parents are racist and my brother got a girl pregnant. He laughed, thinking it was a joke, and that's when I started bawling my eyes out. We took the boxes inside, and he listened while I unloaded everything. The racism, the favoritism, getting kicked out. I made him promise not to tell my parents, and he swore he wouldn't. He held me while I cried myself to sleep. But even as I drifted off, I couldn't stop thinking about that pregnancy test. Kyle was terrified. If our parents found out while he was still living under their roof, I didn't want to imagine what they'd do to him. And I had no idea what they'd do to me for helping him keep the secret. I didn't know it at the time, but Uncle Bernard was about to make my parents pay, and me and Kyle's lives were about to change forever. Click here to watch part 2 of the story.